Windows. Windows is a graphical operating system developed by Microsoft Corporation. It is the most widely used operating system in the world. Windows was first released on 20th November as Windows 1.0. Originally, Windows wasn't a standalone operating system, but rather a graphical interface that ran on top of MS-DOT to make it easier to use. Windows 2.0 came on the scene in late 1987 and was a bit more polished, with a feature that would allow the windows themselves to overlap. Everything was very basic at first, but with time, it developed into a fully established operating system with major versions like Windows 95, Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 10, and the current client version, Windows 11. Windows can run on almost every computer brand due to its compatibility. What makes Windows stand out is its capability to handle various computing purposes, from programming to gaming and office work as well. Windows has a user-friendly interface, making it easier for beginners. However, it can be troublesome as well. For example, the infamous blue screen of death and the frequent updates. macOS. macOS is Apple's operating system designed for their Mac computers. It's most known for its integration with Apple's ecosystem. macOS was introduced on March 24th, 2001. Unlike Windows that runs on almost every computer brand, macOS is exclusive to only Apple devices like the MacBook and the Mac. What makes macOS stand out is its stability, clean design, tight integration with Apple's ecosystem, strong privacy, and fewer viruses compared to Windows. Apple's powerful built-in apps like Final Cut and Logic Pro make it popular among creative professionals, including video editors, music producers, and software engineers. Battery also lasts longer on Mac OS as compared to Windows. Despite the advantages, Mac OS has some downsides as well. Since it only works on Apple devices, users have to purchase expensive Mac hardware which isn't reliable to budget-conscious users, and also gaming on Mac computers is optimized. Chrome OS. Chrome OS is an operating system developed by Google. It first launched in 2011 as a lightweight and cloud-based operating system for web-based activities, such as streaming and internet browsing. Unlike other operating systems, such as Windows or Mac OS that rely on installing the software directly onto a computer, Chrome OS is designed to work primarily with an internet connection. It comes pre-installed on Chromebooks, which are first and affordable laptops for school and light office work. It has fast boot speeds and requires less processing power and storage, with most data stored in the cloud rather than on the device itself, hence less exposure to malware. It is also highly secure since you require a verified Google account to access it. Chrome OS also runs Android apps from the Google Play Store, expanding your app choices. However, it also has some downsides as well. Chrome OS lacks many desktop applications, like full versions of professional editing software such as Premiere Pro and Photoshop, and it is also not ideal for high-end gaming. Linux.
Linux is a family of free open-source operating systems known as distro. It was first developed in 1991 by Linus Torvalds, and today it powers a wide range of devices from personal computers to servers, smartphones, supercomputers, and even smart appliances. Since Linux is an open OS, users can choose from various distributions or distros, which are full operating systems built on the Linux kernel with different software and user interfaces, offering flexibility, stability, and security, and users can build their own versions of it. Unlike Windows or Mac OS that require expensive hardware, Linux can operate on older computers. However, Linux isn't beginner-friendly due to its complicated interface that relies on text-based commands rather than the graphical menus on Windows and Mac OS. Android. Android is an open-source operating system designed by Google primarily for touchscreen-based mobile devices, such as smartphones, tablets, and other smart devices. Android is the world's most dominant mobile operating system, accounting for over 70% of the global mobile operating system market share. It was first released on the 23rd of September, 2008. It is used by multiple brands, such as Samsung, Oppo, Xiaomi, OnePlus, among others. Android is highly customizable and lets you control almost everything from the home screen to system functions to suit your personal style, unlike iOS, where most things are fixed. Android has Google Play Store with variety of apps and games and also offers third-party stores, widening your app choices. It also has different user interfaces or designs depending on the manufacturer. For example, the Samsung One UI and Xiaomi Mi UI, unlike iOS, with a consistent and uniform design across all Apple devices. Android also offers a wide range of budget-friendly phones as well as high-end premium flagships. However, Android also has some downsides as well. Android is more vulnerable to malware since it's open source and has multiple unauthorized app sources, and also Android software updates are fragmented due to the wide range of Android devices from different manufacturers. iOS. iOS is a mobile operating system developed by Apple specifically for their touchscreen-based devices like the iPhone and the iPad. iOS is the world's second most widely installed mobile operating system after Android. It first appeared in 2007 following the release of the original iPhone. Unlike Android that is used by multiple brands, iOS is exclusive to only Apple devices, giving Apple full control of both the hardware and software, which makes the devices smooth, fast, and stable, even with lower RAM compared to Android devices. iOS also offers long-time software updates to users, allowing even older iPhones to have updates for years. Apple releases new versions every year, adding new features like the App Store in 2008, Face ID in 2017, and now Apple Intelligence in iOS 18. Each update makes iPhones smarter and more user-friendly. The App Store also offers a wide range of selections, allowing users to browse, download, and purchase applications for their devices. Additionally, the App Store is prioritized by developers from all over the world who publish their apps from games and social media to productivity tools, since it's highly secure and free from malware. The iOS ecosystem allows Apple devices like iPhones, iPads, Apple Watch, and MacBooks to communicate seamlessly together. For example, you can pick up phone calls from your iPhone on your Apple Watch or connect AirPods to your MacBook and iPad simultaneously. But iOS has drawbacks as well. Unlike Android, users can't fully customize their home screens, icons, or system behavior. You're mostly restricted to Apple's design language and layout. iOS also has limited compatibility with non-Apple products or platforms. You can't easily connect to devices that aren't part of Apple's world without special software. And also iOS devices are pricey compared to Android phones with similar hardware. Unix. Unix is the grandfather of modern-day operating systems. It was originally created in 1969 at Bell Labs by AT&T as a multitasking, multi-user operating system, mainly for servers and high-end computers. It is known for its command line interface and is the foundation for many modern operating systems like Linux and macOS. Unlike other operating systems, Unix is widely used in web servers, database servers, and application servers. Many large organizations use Unix to host websites and handle massive amounts of data, such as banks, research centers, and telecom companies, among others. However, Unix installation is very expensive and is rarely used by everyday consumers. BSD. Berkeley Software Distribution is a Unix-based operating system developed at the University of California, Berkeley, in the late 1970s. It was developed as an enhanced version of the original Unix, adding features like the TCP/IP networking stack, which became the foundation of the modern Internet. It has several popular variants, including FreeBSD, OpenBSD, and NetBSD, each focusing on different strengths, performance, security, and portability, respectively. Unlike other operating systems, BSD is mainly used by tech experts for servers, networking, and embedded systems. For example, Netflix uses FreeBSD for its servers, and so do PlayStation 4 and 5. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what your favorite operating system is.